Inquiries are done through the Inquiries menu option here. So you've got three different types: transaction inquiry, reserve inquiry and project inquiry. So let's start with transaction inquiry. So this allows you to view all the transactions that have gone against a particular account code. So it's going to default to your main bank account here. So if you want to look at a different code, for example, you just click the down arrow and you can select it from the list. So if we stick with the bank account, you can also narrow it down by reserve. So if you're looking for transactions just for a particular reserve, then you can select that from the list here. Again, we'll stick with the general reserve on this one. So at the bottom here are all your transactions with the latest one at the top. So it gives you the date, the type, so you could narrow down the type by just looking for income or expenditure, so money in or money out. You can also double click on this asterisk column here if you want to drill down into the transaction. So if we wanted to look at more details for this, just double click that and it gives you the screen here with all the relevant information for you. You've also got a change button at the bottom, so providing this transaction is in an open accounting period, you can change anything about it or even delete it completely. You've also got a D column, so this is document. So if you've attached a document, so let's go into a different transaction. So the document field at the top here, if you've uploaded and attached a document to this transaction, you will see a D in this column. Then all you would do is double click on the D and it will open up the document for you to view. Down the bottom here, you've got a print function. So this will allow you to print all the transactions that are displayed on the screen. This will only work if you enter a date range. So you can narrow down the transactions by a date. So let's say I'm just interested in April's. So now it will just show April's transactions. So if I was to click on print, I could print those transactions off as a list. You've also got notes, so you could record any notes if you wanted to. You might want to record the bank details. You've also got balance. So this will give you the balance for the past 24 months for this bank account. And then you've got the turnover and then back to transactions. So the arrows at the top here, this will take you through your account codes. So you can see scrolling through there. Again, it's just meeting the criteria that I've entered and just showing you April's transactions. So that's transaction inquiry. Reserve inquiry. So this will give you all the transactions in relation to a particular reserve. So for example, we're looking at the defibrillator reserve here. So this will just show me the transactions related to that. Again, as before, you can narrow it down by date range by putting the dates in these boxes at the top here. You can double click on the asterisk column to go into the transaction. And again, you've got balances and a money balance. And then you have project inquiry. So if you're running a particular project, you can see the transactions that relate to that project. And same as before, you can double click the asterisk column to view more details and also put a date range in as well. So that's the inquiries through the inquiries menu option. You also have a recent entries option here. So this will give you everything that your user that you're logged in as has recently entered. So the latest one will be at the top. So this is in log date order, not in effective date order. And again, you can just double click on the asterisk column if you want to drill down into the transaction. You also have a find here. So if you want to find by a particular amount or a reference, you can use that. So you just literally type in the amount, click on find, and it will show you all the transactions for that particular amount.